Do you see how cheap this is? It's $11.99 and 30% off. And it's not even Black Friday yet. That's a good deal. That's a good deal for a great movie. But this week, I have a question for you, because this show is about your answers. My question is, if you were going to start a charity, what would be the foundation for the charity? Because I've got like 2 to 3 charities that I've thought about, and I'd be like, it'd be cool if somebody made that, right? And so I'm going to talk about one of those charities today. But as I'm talking about the charity that I want to start, I want you to tell me what charity you want to start, or what charity that you would like to be a part of, because maybe the one that you want is already out there in some format or another. I know a lot of people would like to start Star Wars charities, but they've already got many, like the 501st. 501st is cool. I would join the 501st. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. The charity I would want to start would be one where it would be groups of like 8 to maybe 15 people, and they would dress up in costume and recreate like musicals or stage productions, but it'd be like abridged versions that you could go into different hotel rooms and perform it for the people there that wanted it to be performed for them, or you could go have all the patients pushed into a hallway or something and perform it there. Because I just think that'd be really cool, because whenever you're at the hospital, you know, a lot of people like the sound of music, right? A lot of people like the sound of music, but they can't go see a stage production of it, and maybe they aren't able to watch it on their TV for some reason. I don't actually know how hospitals work entirely, even though I've been in them a lot. Not for me, though. I haven't been in a lot of them for me. This idea actually has some origins to it. I had a friend whose sister got hit by a truck, and so she couldn't walk for a while, right? She was wheelchair bound, and I found out that her favorite musical was Sound of Music. And I basically, what it was is I just called up all our friends that knew them, and I was just like, hey, all our musical friends, note, because we were fixing to do the Sound of Music. I was like, hey, y'all want to do an abridged Sound of Music for what's-her-face? And they were like, sure, we'd love to do an abridged version of the Sound of Music for what's-her-face. And so I was like, cool, we're going on that day. And they're like, sweet, I'll see you there on that day. And so I went to Wikipedia, found the summary, and then just wrote the summary down as much as I could. And let me tell you one thing about writing a summary down for the Sound of Music. I had to eliminate all but the one kid from it, and that was so hard to do. But she's the only one that really matters. I can't remember what her name is. Whatever, the one that falls in love with the blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid who ends up getting indoctrinated. I think it's Liesel. I think that's right. So I made an abridged version of it, and we went and we performed it, and I can't think of a time when I've probably had more fun than that. That was just such a fun experience. It was so fun to be like, how do I boil this entire show down into its smallest and most absolute elements, right? How do I get this show down to like 30 minutes long, and with all the parts that everybody actually likes about it too. So you're having to keep all the songs that everyone recognizes and remembers. It took a lot of thinking, and it was just so much fun. So that's what mine would be. It would be to make abridged musicals that would go to hospitals or like overseas to different army camps, or just, whatever would fit it. I think it would be really fun and really cool. And so on my second channel, Flores Creative, which I'm going to think of a better name of one of these days, I am actually going to, since I don't get to post very often, I'm going to start getting some musicals, watching them, and doing abridged versions of them with people if I can find people who will do it, but by myself in every single role if it is so required. That's pretty much it. I think it's going to be fun, and it'll allow me to post something like once every 2 months, because I don't know how long it would take me to abridge an entire musical and then perform it by myself. So, hope you put your answer down in the description below. Follow me over here if you want to see my abridged musicals of these whenever they come out, which will hopefully be within a month. We're going to shoot for that. And subscribe if you haven't, because I would love to see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.